Hello, my name is Fiset-Algarvio, and this is Project Ball Balancing Robot. So first off, you got the Arduino on the side, you got the ADXL345 digital accelerometer, you have the H-Bridge SN75441 chip, which allows the Arduino to control the motors and also to allow the motors to be powered by the 9-volt. So what this robot does is it pretty much balances on this ball, and how it does that is that when it tilts to the side, the accelerometer will sense that tilt, and then it'll adjust from there by turning the motors in the right direction and the right amount, so that it makes it from tilted to balanced, like straight balance, and then it would then be balanced from there. So for example, when I turn it in one direction, when I tilt it in one direction, or when I tilt it in this direction, you can see that the motor turns, and then when I tilt it in the other direction, you can see that it turns in the other direction, and then when I tilt it this way, you can see that the other one in the back is turning, and when I tilt it the other way, it's in this back with all four of the motors. So, and yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
Here is the code for the ball balancing robot. So first off, I've included some libraries such as the wire library, the accelerometer library, and the PID library. I've set outputs to determine the speed of which the motors go at. And then I set variables for the PID, the setup point, the input, and the output for the PID to work. And then I've set parameter values for also for the PID to work. And then I set some variables for the motor pins. And then I have over here I have some variables for the angle of tilts values, and then I set the motor pins to output. I have here a little piece of code to allow the code to read the reading of the angle of tilt calculated from the accelerometers, and then I have it, and then here's a little code to determine the angle of tilts, and then yeah, I have that as the input to start off, and the same thing for the Y, just to start off for now. And yeah, I have the same code here. Now the X and Y angle of tilt would be whatever that is, and then if it's close to 0, like it's on the table, like level on the table, the accelerometer will make a reading of 0.08 to negative 0.08, so I just make that 0 because it's just good enough. And if it's anything else, it's going to allow it to turn on, because when it's the same, the motor will not turn on, but if one is high, the other is low, it will go on. Same thing for the y-axis. And then finally over here, so the x coordinate would, or the input for the PID would be the x coordinate, and then it would take that value, put it into the PID, and compute, and then it's going to output the output, and then that output will then be the speed of the motor at which the motors go at for the x-axis, and same thing for the y-axis. And then once that is done, it's going to keep doing it forever and ever and ever. And that's my code. Thanks for watching.